According to a new report, some major Republican donors, now want the RNC to distance itself from Donald Trump, arguing GOP support of Mr. Trump could permanently damage the party's image. As a new Monmouth poll shows Trump's lead over Clinton getting narrower in his running mate's home state of Indiana, down from 11 points in August to just 4 points this month, and as Democrats try to regain control of the Senate. A Fox News poll showing even more voters plan to vote for Democratic candidates in their districts. Let's bring in Mark Larson, a conservative Southern California radio host, and Ethan Behrman, a radio talk show host based in L.A. What about it, Mark? Is Donald Trump hurting the party brand?
The party is hurting its own brand. They heard it a year and a half ago when they maybe didn't dig deep enough on concerns about Trump and assumed he would go away. Actually, you can make a case that these fleeing GOP Senate candidates, in some cases senators who fled last Friday with the release of the now infamous video, a couple of them have shown that maybe they'd vote for Trump anyway. They really establish what is Donald Trump's, one of his key issues, that it's all about the establishment playing it as usual. They reinforce that message. Now, the question is if Trump can stay on that message without getting defensive in other ways, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's not helping make the case. The party is fracturing itself. He's certainly aided some of that, but that was part of his allure at the outset. In the primaries.
Ethan, why? Why is the party fracturing? If you agree with that.
Oh, I do agree with it. I mean, I think the GOP's future right now is in major question. Look, if I'm Paul Ryan and I'm Reince Priebus, I'm huddling in a room right now wondering how I can salvage the House of Representatives and the Senate in the face of what Donald Trump is doing to the party. You can see the polls. You just talked about it. People are fleeing from Donald Trump as they would from a hurricane, as they should.
Well, but he's down, Ethan. He's down, what, 4 or 5 points nationally in the national polls to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, suburban moms is what he's getting crushed because he, in his own words, sexually abused women. He's trying to normalize that with his defense of what he's doing and attacking women who are coming out
like
saying that he sexually abused him. Well, look, it's very, very simple, though. That is what changed my vote. This topic alone has made me a single-issue voter where I am concerned about every single girl and woman I have talked to. Everyone without fail has shared with me stories of being sexually abused, having people grabbing them and groping them, and guys like you, Mark, are normalizing it and saying it's okay. No, it's up to men to change this and to make this to be something that is not acceptable on any level.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
You've been watching too much television about this because it's amazing to me how good, let's face it, the left, the Democrats, the whole Clinton machine, very good at making the story whatever the story is. Just the parade of WikiLeaks. Pick a dozen randomly, thinking about what Bill Clinton is responsible for and what Hillary Clinton is responsible for. And this idea, or as the popular word goes, this notion that somehow, well, Bill's not on the ballot. He ran as a twofer with Hillary Clinton. You get 2 for 1 back in the early 90s and made a big deal about that. If you think he's going to be upstairs asking Hillary at the end of the day as president, hey, honey, how'd your day go today? That's not going to happen. So this is an issue. They're doing a great job deflecting it, aided, as we've seen in a lot of the WikiLeaks here, by way too compliant media as well. So we've got potentially a shooting war with Iran involved off of Yemen. We've got all these things, places that the Obama administration and by extension Hillary Clinton, because she wants to run as an extension of the policy, she's created this. Rubio was right when he talked about every place that she's touched around the world isn't doing so well. You can be more forceful about that. I can't understand how you can go, well, because of this issue, and there's no way to defend Donald Trump's comments in that video, but there are bigger fish to fry in this election right now, and how you can just make the transition, as some Republicans are doing, saying, oh, I'll vote for Hillary instead. That's a colossal, wow, you need to do some more reading and dig into the facts and maybe start with the WikiLeaks.
Some Republican leaders did back away from him and now seem to be sort of back in the fold. So it's going to be an interesting 3.5 weeks to the election. Mark Larson, Ethan Behrman, thank you both.